Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. Kathryn Crosby, a beloved actress, wife, mother, and widow of the legendary Bing Crosby, has passed away at the age of 90. Her death was confirmed by a representative of the Crosby family, stating that Kathryn died peacefully at her home in Hillsborough, California, surrounded by her loving family. It was a quiet Friday evening, filled with the warmth of those closest to her, a fitting farewell for someone who had lived a life full of love, grace, and resilience. Kathryn was born on November 25, 1933, in Houston, Texas. Her birth name was Olive Kathryn Grandstaff, and she grew up in a typical Texan family. From a young age, Kathryn was drawn to the arts, particularly acting. She attended the University of Texas, where she studied drama. Her natural beauty and talent led her to pursue a career in Hollywood, and by the mid-1950s, she was on her way to becoming a rising star. In the early days of her acting career, Kathryn appeared in several films, including Anatomy of a Murder, 1959, and The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, 1958. Her performances earned her praise and admiration from both critics and audiences alike. But it wasn't just her acting that caught the attention of the public, it was her charm, warmth, and the sense of groundedness she carried with her. It was during this time, in 1957, that Kathryn met Bing Crosby, one of the most famous entertainers of the 20th century. Bing was known for his smooth voice, iconic songs like White Christmas, and his roles in numerous films. He was already a legend when he met Kathryn, who was 30 years younger than him. Despite the age difference, the two fell deeply in love. Bing was captivated by Kathryn's kindness, intelligence, and unwavering support, while Kathryn admired Bing's talent, generosity, and his devotion to family. Their love story was something out of a fairy tale. They were married in 1957, and Kathryn took on the role of not just a wife but also a stepmother to Bing's 4 children from his previous marriage to Dixie Lee, who had passed away years earlier. Kathryn and Bing went on to have 3 children of their own, Harry, Mary, and Nathaniel. For Kathryn, her life with Bing was a blend of glamour and domesticity. On one hand, she was attending Hollywood premieres, mingling with some of the biggest stars of the day, and living in a world that many could only dream of. On the other hand, she was a devoted wife and mother, dedicated to creating a loving home for her family. Kathryn once said in an interview, "Being a wife and mother always came first. That was the real role of my life." Kathryn's marriage to Bing was full of joy, but like all marriages, it had its challenges. Bing was a man with a busy career, and there were times when the pressures of fame weighed heavily on both of them. But Kathryn was always a source of strength, helping Bing through difficult moments with her unwavering support. Their love was strong, and they faced life's ups and downs together, hand in hand. In 1977, Kathryn's life changed forever when Bing passed away unexpectedly while playing golf in Spain. She was heartbroken but determined to carry on his legacy. In the years following his death, Kathryn became a fierce protector of Bing's memory, ensuring that his contributions to music and film were never forgotten. She worked tirelessly to preserve his legacy, both for the public and for their children. Despite the loss of Bing, Kathryn continued to live a full life. She remained active in her community, often involved in charity work, and kept in touch with the entertainment world. Though she largely stepped away from acting after Bing's death, Kathryn still occasionally appeared in interviews and tributes dedicated to her late husband. Her grace and dignity during these appearances reminded everyone of the strength and resilience that had defined her life. Kathryn's later years were filled with the love of her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Family meant everything to her, and she found joy in watching her children grow into successful, kind individuals. Her home in Hillsborough, where she passed away, was a sanctuary of love, filled with family photos, mementos from her time in Hollywood, and memories of Bing. It was a place where Kathryn felt most at peace. For those who knew Kathryn, she was more than just the widow of a famous star. She was a woman of great compassion, intelligence, and warmth. She had a unique ability to connect with people, whether they were family, friends, or fans. Her kindness and empathy were evident in every interaction, and she was beloved by many for the way she made others feel valued and heard. As news of her passing spread, tributes began pouring in from all over the world. Fans, friends, and family members shared stories of how Kathryn had touched their lives, whether through her work in Hollywood or through her dedication to charity and community service. Many spoke of her quiet strength, her dignity, and the grace with which she handled both the highs and lows of her life. Kathryn Crosby's passing marks the end of an era, but her legacy will live on in the hearts of those who loved her. She was a woman who stood by her husband through thick and thin, raised a beautiful family, and lived a life full of love and kindness. As her family gathered around her on that peaceful Friday night, saying their final goodbyes, they knew they were saying farewell to someone who had given them everything: a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a friend. Kathryn's life was one of love, and that love will continue to shine brightly through the generations she leaves behind. Kathryn Crosby will be remembered not just for her time on the silver screen or her marriage to Bing Crosby, but for the love, grace, and resilience she showed throughout her remarkable life. Rest in peace, Kathryn. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.